Your life is not just any movie, nor a script written without your consent. You are the author, the protagonist, the director. Think about it. Have you ever seen yourself as the hero of your own story? Not an unattainable hero, one that lives only in legends, but a hero who stumbles, who faces challenges, and who chooses to get up nonetheless. This is the essence of the Stoic hero. Someone who turns hardships into fuel and writes, every day, a new chapter with courage and resilience. Imagine your life as a blank canvas. The first strokes might not have been yours, but now you hold the brush. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our existence is a work in progress, a sculpture being carved bit by bit, not by the circumstances around us, but by the decisions we make. Each choice you make is a color added to your palette. Each yes, each no, each sacrifice adds new texture to this vibrant and complex canvas. Stoicism invites us to be the artists of our own existence. And the art of life lies in embracing chaos, shaping it, and finding beauty even in imperfections. Reflect on the setting around you. No, you don't need epic mountains or distant castles to be a hero. But think about it, what surrounds you? Which environments shape your actions? Sometimes the most powerful change isn't the setting but your perspective. A Stoic understands that while we can't always control the place we are in, we can control how we see it. If you find yourself in a toxic space, it might be time to redefine the setting. This could mean a change of physical environment or simply how you interpret the world around you. The key is, the setting may influence, but it cannot define your role without your consent. Just like an experienced director, you need to know when to cut. There are scenes in your life that have dragged on for too long. There are moments that repeat without purpose. Scenes you keep filming without realizing they no longer have a place in the hero story you wish to be. The Stoic hero doesn't hesitate to cut ties, habits, and patterns that no longer serve them. It's like pruning a tree so it can grow stronger. This might mean leaving behind old companions, worn-out excuses, or even habits that no longer reflect your essence. It's difficult, of course, but cutting what no longer serves you is one of the most powerful ways to rewrite your own destiny. Have you ever thought about what genre you want your life to be? The truth is, while we cannot control every event that happens to us, we can decide how to interpret them, what soundtrack to choose, and what light we want to cast on each scene. Drama is in the difficulties, the inner struggles, and moments of doubt. But comedy comes to life when we learn to laugh at ourselves, when we look at our falls and, instead of lamenting, find the irony in the moment. The Stoic adventure, that's where the real power lies. Being a Stoic hero means making life an epic journey, where every challenge is an opportunity for growth. It's knowing that the unknown, the unexpected, is part of the plot, and facing it is what transforms an ordinary day into a true odyssey. When you choose the genre of your life, you also choose how you'll react to what comes next. If you want your life to be a tragedy, you will find reasons to lament. But if you wish to live an adventure of self-discovery and resilience, even the difficult moments will turn into opportunities. How about making your life a powerful mix of all these elements, seasoned by Stoic wisdom? After all, even heroes need to smile while carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. Often, we are trapped in the idea that life is linear, that the chapters we have already written define everything that comes after. But the reality is different. Your life is not a book that has already ended. You are the author, and each chapter is just part of a much bigger plot. The Stoic hero knows that the past is just a draft, and that the power lies in rewriting, revising, making adjustments. No matter how many mistakes there are in the previous chapters, there is always room for new paragraphs, new twists. Imagine life as a series of volumes in a library. Some volumes are already complete, but others are yet to be written. Perhaps you've faced dark chapters, full of obstacles and difficulties. These chapters are not your end but the foundations of a new narrative. When we look at our own story through the eyes of a Stoic hero, we realize that every mistake is a chance for rewriting, every fall is a prelude to a rise. The beauty of life lies precisely in this ability to change, to redirect the plot, to write new stories each dawn. This is where you become not just the hero but the author of your destiny. Rewrite what needs to be rewritten, change the internal dialogues, add chapters of courage, and erase the paragraphs of self-sabotage. In your hands, there is not only a pencil but also an eraser, and the magic lies in knowing how to use them to create a narrative truly worth living. Within you lies a voice, a calm, firm, and wise presence. This voice is your inner sage, your own Seneca or Epictetus, always ready to offer guidance when the waters get turbulent. Stoic philosophy teaches us to consult this internal counsel, this figure that knows what is best, that looks at the bigger picture of life, and does not drown in the waves of fleeting emotions. Imagine having within your mind a true mentor who is there to help, not to judge. This inner sage is always available, but we can only hear it if we manage to calm the noise of worries, fears, and others' expectations. It's like tuning into a radio station. The world's noise can try to disconnect us, but the sage is always there, transmitting the frequency of reason and serenity. When challenges seem insurmountable, ask your inner sage, what would a Stoic hero do now? The answer is often simple. It doesn't involve external greatness, but greatness of spirit. The courage to face what needs to be faced, the patience to endure what cannot be changed, and the wisdom to distinguish between the two. This internal counsel is the voice of reason that speaks above the cacophony of negative emotions. It is the voice that says, in the most difficult moments, that challenges are temporary, but the strength we cultivate while facing them is eternal. Find your inner sage and consult it whenever you need guidance. After all, within each of us, there is a true philosopher waiting to be heard, and it is the compass that points us in the direction of our heroic potential. Imagine your life as a great writing project, a draft that is always in revision. In the creative process, the first drafts are usually imperfect, full of unresolved passages, ideas that still need to mature, and that's okay. The beauty lies precisely in this, in the ability to evolve, to rewrite, to refine. The Stoic hero sees life as an eternal draft, not something that needs to be perfect from the beginning. There's no rush to get to the final version. What matters is the progress, the continuous transformation. Each day is a chance to edit, to make small improvements, to reassess choices, and to correct the course. Sometimes these edits are subtle, a negative thought replaced by a more productive perspective, a destructive habit swapped for one that promotes well-being. Other times, the changes are drastic, like an entire chapter that needs rewriting. And that's fine. Stoicism teaches us to accept our flaws and use them as building materials for a better version of ourselves. After all, the pursuit of perfection is an illusion. The true goal is excellence, a version of us that is always improving little by little each day. This constant process of revision is like sculpting a statue from a raw block of marble. Each chisel stroke, each polish brings us closer to the image we want to achieve. Accept that you will never be ready, and this is liberating. You are always a work in progress, under construction, just like any great artist who is constantly searching for something more meaningful, something closer to the truth. Be patient with yourself and embrace the revision process, for it is there that personal greatness is found. Imagine the soundtrack of your life. Think of the moments you've lived, the ups and downs. Each of them had its own music, even if there wasn't any actual sound. The truth is, the emotions we feel are like a silent soundtrack that dictates the tone of each scene we live. The Stoic hero is the one who learns to adjust this soundtrack, choosing rhythms that promote balance and harmony. Just as a director chooses the right music to heighten a tense moment or calm the audience after a great climax, you can choose the emotional vibe with which you want to live your life. This doesn't mean ignoring difficult emotions, but rather choosing how to interpret them. A piece of bad news can be a sad violin solo or the vibrant percussion of a new challenge to be overcome. Adversities can be accompanied by a sound that inspires courage rather than despair. It's up to you to adjust the soundtrack, to understand that the control of volume and tone is in your hands. Cultivating a Stoic mindset is about creating an inner soundtrack that sustains us, that brings a serene beat in moments of chaos, and that allows us to pause, breathe, and find the right rhythm. Sometimes this can simply mean turning down the noise around us, seeking silence, listening to the quiet within. Other times, it is finding a metaphorical song that brings courage and resilience. When the world seems to be falling apart around you, adjust your soundtrack to echo the words of Stoic wisdom. Everything that happens, happens for the good. After all, we are the curators of the vibe we choose for our journey, and every hero needs a soundtrack that inspires their greatness. The journey of a hero is full of trials and errors, and the Stoic understands that failing is a fundamental part of the path. Think of any actor preparing for an important role. They don't get all the lines right on the first try. They stumble, start over, and refine until everything makes sense. Life is no different. You don't need to get it right the first time. You don't need to be perfect. Mistakes are just rehearsals, moments that prepare us to become better versions of ourselves. Instead of judging yourself harshly for every mistake, the Stoic hero embraces failures as teachers along the way. Made a mistake? Lost control in a difficult moment? Great, here's a new opportunity to learn. Every mistake is like a scene that needs revisiting, a part of the script that needs more attention. The secret is to rise again, to use each failure as material for growth, a foundation for building an even stronger base. Don't forget that life's rehearsals are not only about technical improvement, they are about connecting with the essence of what you are trying to convey to the world. The true Stoic doesn't strive to be perfect for others. They seek internal excellence, the kind that brings peace even amidst chaos. Just as an actor commits to the role to find authenticity, commit to the journey of life without fear of failure. It is in the mistakes, the stumbles, and the restarts that we find the true humanity and strength of the hero within us. In the grand plot of life, you are not alone on stage. There are countless supporting characters around you. Friends, family, colleagues, even strangers who cross your path for a brief moment. Each of them is a mirror, reflecting something about you that perhaps you have not yet noticed. A Stoic hero understands that every encounter, every relationship, is a chance to learn, an opportunity to grow. Think about the characters around you. Some will test you, others will inspire you, and there are those who will simply be by your side, without grand gestures but with a comforting presence. These supporting characters are fundamental to your plot. They help us see our own flaws and virtues, and often reflect exactly what we need to change or accept in ourselves. If someone triggers anger or frustration in you, it might be a sign to investigate what, within yourself, still needs work. If someone inspires you, it is because there is a reflection of potential within you that is waiting to be awakened. Learning from supporting characters doesn't mean depending on them for your happiness but recognizing the beauty of shared experiences and mutual growth. Remember, the Stoic hero is self-sufficient but not lonely. They know that every person they meet is an essential part of the plot, bringing lessons, challenges, and sometimes even a touch of comedy or drama that makes the journey richer and deeper. Embrace your supporting characters, see what each one has to teach, and remember that, in the end, everyone is part of the show that is life, and every role, no matter how small, has its value. Every hero needs a great turning point, that plot twist that changes everything. For the Stoic hero, this moment doesn't just happen once but repeats itself throughout the journey. Obstacles appear, and the first reaction may be frustration or resistance. But here lies the beauty of Stoicism. The obstacle is not the end of the path. It is the path itself. Epictetus reminds us that we do not control external events but only how we respond to them. And it is in this response that we find true power. Imagine a river flowing smoothly until it is blocked by a huge rock. The river doesn't stop. It doesn't complain or lament the rock that appeared in its way. Instead, it finds a new course, bypasses the obstacle, and keeps going. This is the essence of the Stoic hero. Life will always bring stones, challenges that seem insurmountable, but often, these obstacles are exactly what lead us to new territories, to discoveries that we would never make if everything were perfectly aligned. The Stoic plot twist is an invitation to turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. A loss can become a gateway to discovering strengths you never imagined having. A failure can be the beginning of a new and more meaningful chapter. Every adversity, every block, is a chance to transform the script, to bring an unexpected element that changes the course for the better. The secret is not to avoid obstacles but to embrace them, knowing that the true hero doesn't give up. In the face of difficulties, they adapt, learn, and turn the insurmountable into yet another step in their epic journey. Every epic journey has its moments of pause, the intervals between the great action scenes and the challenges that seem endless. These moments are essential. They are when the hero rests, recharges energy, and reflects on what has passed. In life, these intervals are moments of quietude, the instances where we can breathe, slow down, and simply be present. Often, we forget that even heroes need rest, and the Stoic hero knows how to recognize the importance of this. Think of an archer trying to shoot an arrow without first pulling the string back and taking a deep breath. Without that pause, the arrow will never reach its target. In the same way, in our lives, we need those moments of retreat to gain strength and hit our goals with precision. Pauses are not a sign of weakness. They are not a detour from the path. They are a fundamental part of progress. They help us see more clearly, reflect on the journey, and often rediscover the purpose behind each step. The pause is the moment to reorganize the internal script, to give space for emotions to settle and the mind to find balance. The Stoic hero understands that always being in action, without rest, is not a sign of courage but of carelessness with oneself. Breathing, meditating, finding moments of silence. All of this is part of being strong. Accepting these intervals as an important part of the journey is what keeps the hero healthy, prepared, and centered, ready for the next adventure. Therefore, embrace the moments of pause and remember that they do not interrupt your story, they enrich it and make it more powerful. Life is not a single genre movie. We are not limited to a predictable, monotonous narrative, whether it's a continuous drama or a comedy without end. The Stoic hero understands that the true beauty of existence lies in its ability to cross genres, to be at the same time drama and adventure, tragedy and triumph, moments of deep seriousness mixed with unexpected laughter. This is what makes life multidimensional, rich, and worthy of living. At times, we are heroes of a drama facing overwhelming challenges. At others, we are comedic characters, laughing at our own missteps, realizing that our mistakes are just necessary parts of the journey. And there are the moments when life becomes a grand adventure, where the unexpected pulls us out of our comfort zone and places us before the unknown, revealing courage we didn't even know we had. Accepting life as a mosaic of different genres is accepting our own complexity, understanding that we do not need to define ourselves by just one role. Imagine being like a versatile actor, capable of navigating various roles with mastery. When life demands seriousness, wear the Stoic wisdom cloak, firm and unshaken. When lightness is needed, let laughter and ease flow. Do not limit yourself to just one way of being, for the richness lies in embracing all facets of being human, from pain to joy, from confusion to clarity. The ability to move between these different states without losing oneself is what makes the Stoic hero a true master of oneself, someone who sees life not as a straight line but as a tapestry of different colors and textures, all woven together in a beautiful, continuous process of growth and discovery. And now we arrive at the crucial moment, the moment you decide to be the hero of your own story. Not a mythical hero fighting epic monsters, but a hero who faces the challenges of everyday life with courage and serenity. A Stoic hero is someone who, even without a cape or superpowers, faces their difficulties with dignity, turns fears into strength, and refuses to be shaped by circumstances. The journey will not be easy, and maybe it shouldn't be. True greatness doesn't come from a comfortable, predictable life. It comes from the times you get up after falling, from the times you challenge yourself to be better, even when no one is watching. Being the Stoic hero of your own life means taking the reins, directing your narrative without fear of making mistakes, without fear of rewriting chapters whenever necessary. It means seeing every obstacle as an invitation to grow, every mistake as an opportunity to learn, and every moment, good or bad, as an indispensable element of the great work that is your existence. Remember that you are not only the actor but also the director, the screenwriter, and the critic of your story. Stoic wisdom teaches that it is not external events that define who you are but rather how you respond to them. Therefore, embrace your highs and lows, accept your imperfections, and make your life a journey worth telling, so that one day you can look back, see the path you walked, and realize that you were, indeed, the hero, not because you won every battle but because you never gave up fighting for what truly matters. If you enjoyed this content and want to keep learning how to be the hero of your own journey, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's rewrite our story together, one step at a time, with courage, resilience, and the Stoic spirit that turns every obstacle into a new opportunity. Thank you for being part of this journey. Keep being the hero of your own life.